Yeah, so today Science Club and Earth Club are doing a waste audit, which means we're basically taking all the waste from the cafeteria from breakfast and lunch, everything that students have either purchased or gotten from the lunch line, and they've eaten what they've eaten and then they've thrown it away, and we're going through everything in the garbage and the recycling. So we're basically looking to see what are kids throwing out, what are they eating, what are they not eating, what are some ways that we can reduce our food waste.
So what is the purpose of this whole project exactly?
Well, the purpose is for one to identify things that we're throwing out that either could be composted or could be recycled, or to see if there's anything that is food that should be somehow used in a different way. So maybe string cheese that's not even opened is thrown out. So maybe we need to have a bucket at the end of the cafeteria line so that kids can throw that in there if they don't eat that cheese, and someone else can eat it instead of having it just added as waste.
And so with all this food and garbage, what do you how are you doing this whole project?
Well, so if you look behind us, you can see that we have different bins, and they're labeled with everything that we offer in the cafeteria for breakfast and lunch today. And then we have all of the bags from lunch and breakfast behind us. So Science Club and Earth Club are taking in partners a bag, and they separate everything out from the garbage. And then what we'll do is, as a bag gets full, we'll weigh out everything that's salad or everything that's pizza or all of the milks, and we're going to keep a data chart of record all of the different types of garbage throughout the day and the total mass, and hopefully that gives us an idea of what we're throwing away.
So what are your what do you guys plan on doing to reduce the amount of food that's going to be wasted and just thrown away to the amount of just actual garbage that's meant to be garbage?
Well, that's what we're doing today. Today is kind of like a baseline. So we don't know what we throw away because no one's ever looked at it before. So we're going to sort it all out and count it all out and weigh it all out, and that way we have an idea of what people could recycle that they're not, and what people shouldn't throw away that they are. So today is like the baseline, and then hopefully we can be informed and make some good choices after that and recommendations to the school.
What inspired this project?
Well, my AP Environmental Science class went to a Padilla Bay workshop for environmental science and earth clubs, and they had a speaker that talked about waste audits, and a few of us students went with me, and it was really inspiring. And so there were several students that were like, we got to really do this, and so that was just kind of where it came from, and so we're doing it.
So what are your kind of plan, and what's kind of your whole plan after this whole project?
So I think our whole plan is really just to, once we have the data, put it together and share it with the staff and share it with the school board and Dr. Bruner. And then once we have shared the information, maybe kind of use that information to come up with some recommendations for our cafeteria, and maybe even put some action items in place for next year.
So before you guys actually go through this, do you actually think there's going to be a lot of food that's going to be put into these bins?
You know, I don't know. I see a lot of food around, and I see a lot of kids with food in class, and I don't really know what to expect. I'm excited to see what our results are.
Why do you think that some of the students throw away their food without even eating it?
Well, I think a lot of people don't know there are Gleaners buckets, for example, that are out in the cafeteria line. So if you don't want to eat your apple or your orange or the string cheese, they're little white buckets and they say Gleaners on them, but a lot of people don't know what Gleaners are. And so if we did a little education, a little outreach at the start of the school year so that everybody knew from the beginning that those are buckets, if you don't want your fruit, you can put it in there. And then if students knew if they were hungry and they could go grab that, then I think that solves a couple of problems. We just need to figure out where we're at and then educate our students. Yeah.
Well, thank you. And is there anything else that you feel like you need to tell the audience?
No, I think that we just want you to support us and get on board. We have some recycling set in place, and we just need to do a better job of it. And yeah, just be ready for more information.